Hi, my name is Brian Docherty. My family moved to Aberdeenshire with my new teaching job. We moved into a cottage on the estate of Viscount Petersham. The only other neighbour was a man called Alan Lowe. Lowe was very unusually interested in my 5-year-old son Sebastian, who is autistic, on the few occasions that I spoke with this man. Both Viscount Petersham and Alan Lowe stated to me separately that they did not know each other or like each other. On a summer's afternoon, when I was out gardening, Alan Lowe brazenly offered me £25,000 for access to my son. He told me to keep this offer to myself. He was so brazen that he offered a complete stranger money to have access to his child. He was so confident of being protected that when I told him to stay away from my children, he repeatedly demanded my children, then threatened me. Quite frankly, I wanted to punch this man in the face, but as a teacher, I knew that if I did that, I'd lose my job. I made it clear that he was to stay away from my children. I spoke with my wife about this, and we did not let our children out of our sight or in the garden without us being there. We were told by the Viscount's PA that his children were returning from boarding school. I wrote a letter to the Viscount explaining what had happened with Alan Lowe to alert him to this man's dangerous behaviour, and I called his PA Naomi to arrange a meeting with the Viscount Petersham, our landlord. On the afternoon of the meeting, the Viscount didn't show up. Instead, a woman from the estate agents called Kerry, who factored the cottage, showed up instead. I was confused by this, as I was alerting the Viscount to this dangerous paedophilic neighbour whom the Viscount said he did not know. When the Viscount failed to show up for the meeting, I called his house after we waited for about 45 minutes. His daughter answered the phone and said her father was out. 10 minutes later, Kerry phoned, and this time she spoke to the daughter, who said that she would inform her father. Shortly after this, Viscount Petersham showed up with his shoulders hunched and his head down. He was very uncomfortable at being at this meeting. He then declared, much to the surprise of my wife and I, that he was very close friends and had a very close friendship and relationship with this man, Alan Lowe. He kept speaking over my wife and I so that the estate agent couldn't hear us and hear what we were saying. He told us it was pointless to report Alan Lowe to the police, as he said there were many paedophiles in the police. I'd said to him that I'd already reported this man to the National Crime Agency. Viscount Petersham became angry at this. I said that I intended to report this matter to the local police as advised by the National Crime Agency. He then threatened my wife and I with social services if we reported his friend Alan Lowe to the local police. He told us that we were no longer desirable tenants and said that we were to leave the cottage immediately, which was clearly why he brought the estate agent Kerry to this meeting. I then called Police Scotland, and when I informed the operator that I was reporting a paedophile, she put me straight through to an officer called Sergeant Sam Buchan. I spoke with Buchan, who instructed me to go to Peterhead Police Station, where he said he had the perfect officers for the job. These turned out to be two very young and very inexperienced, by their own admission, officers at detecting paedophiles. It was revealed later by police complaints that Sergeant Sam Buchan met with Viscount Petersham and Alan Lowe at nearby Fraserburgh Police Station on the same night I was sent to Peterhead Police Station, just making my complaint or my statement. I wonder why Viscount Petersham was able to state with authority that there are so many paedophiles in the police. I could appreciate where Alan Lowe was going to get £25,000 from. I could also easily appreciate why Viscount Petersham has to have 2 trustees on his bank account. Thank you for watching.